it's moments like this that I'm so happy I'm more or less like, I'm not an analyst or like, I'm not held to some standards when it comes to like sports media because, oh my lord. Wow. Okay. I can give my actual thoughts and opinions. I love it because, 40 million a year. Chase wants 40 million a year, according to ESPN 1530. Wow, that's a lot of money. Okay, so little update here. According to reports, he wants a 4-year, $160 million a year. That averages out to around 40 million a year. Right now, Justin Jefferson just got paid for 35 million per year, which is already a lot, okay? We have to keep in mind, we're now talking about these receivers are getting into the ballpark range of actual quarterbacks, okay? Quarterback money. We're talking about quarterback money is being talked about now with some of these receivers' contracts, okay? This is actually getting crazy. And running backs are sitting over there like, you guys getting paid? Like, okay, 40 million there. Now, let's stomach this, let's digest this, and let's break this down. So, 160 million for 4 years, okay? Most likely, the Bengals, how they're going to work this, if they agree to these terms, they might not. They're going to say, all right, Chase, we're going to add on to your 2 current years you have left in your contract. That includes a $1 million year this year and a $25.60 million contract next year, fully guaranteed 5th-year option. So you got to think, out of this 160 million, if they did agree to it, 26 million of this would be over the next 2 years that are already on his contract. So in theory, he would be getting maybe a 2 or a 3 year contract extension. It's still a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but it's a little bit more stomachable when you add in those factors, okay? When you add in the fact that now you can say, okay, well, it's around 120 million for a 3-year contract, which still, let me do that math real fast, because, let me see, it would be divided by 3, 44.6 million a year. Yeah, sounds crazy, right? But then we look into the fact that some of that money is going to be guaranteed, right? But some of it won't be. And because some of it won't be, you can push out the money with void years to kind of dwindle down that number. There's ways to work around the salary cap. They call it salary cap gymnastics. There's ways to kind of use void years. You can use up to 5 void years to push money toward the future and avoid having to pay him this crazy big amount right now. It's still going to be a lot of money no matter what way you spin it, though. And that's really what this comes down to. My guess is, this is what, again, whenever you have negotiations, one side says, I want X. The other side says, I value at Y. Okay, I value Y, you want X. These are 2 different numbers. Think of these 2 different variables, okay? They have to come together and meet in the middle. So my guess would be if Chase wants 40 million per year, 40 million per year, then the Bengals are going to say, okay, well, we value at Justin Jefferson money 35 million. Eventually, hopefully, they're meeting in the middle at 37 million per year. They can add on the 2 extra years that he currently has on his contract right now, push the money toward the future using void years. He's still going to be making around 36, 37 a year. These contracts are getting insane. They really are. I mean, you got to think, like, with the T. Higgins situation, we're talking about T wants what? He wants Michael Pittman's contract. He wants 22, 23, up to 25 million per year, which already is a lot of money for a receiver. But for his caliber and a star receiver like T is, it's actually not looking that bad when you look at Chase's contract. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, Chase wants double what T. Higgins wants. And it's funny because when you look at T's contract, you're like, oh, that's a lot of money. It really isn't when you compare it to Chase. $40 million per year. Now, let's talk about. He'll get that money, by the way. If he hits the open market, which he won't for 2 years, and then we could also franchise tag him like we did T. If he hit the open market, he would get that much money within a second. There would be a team out there that would pay him that $40 million. And that's another thing that's really a problem here. But what's really going against Chase is he has 2 years left on his contract. And the Bengals, they don't have to budge. Which, if you're, the Bengals for any length of time, that's their favorite thing not to do is budge. They don't want to budge. They never want to give up anything. So they can kind of sit there and twiddle their thumbs as long as they want because Chase is on the contract for 2 years. Here's what I will say in Chase's favor. This number will only go up. It's only going to go up higher and higher. As new receivers get paid, could I promise you might think $40 million is a lot? There will be a receiver sometime next year that gets that $40 million. And once that receiver gets that $40 million, if Chase doesn't have a new contract, he's going to want that $40 million. So he's going to want more than $40 million. He's going to want 42, 43, 44, 45 million. So it's only going to go up from here. This is a never-ending roller coaster where we're eventually going to hit receivers making $70 million a year. And it's insane. It really is. But through the gymnastics that is the salary cap, you can push money out 5 years. You can try to put a lot of this money into the signing bonus, which is how you're able to push the money, by the way, is the signing bonus. It's a ugly thing to look at, man, with how much this money this is. But yeah, I mean, this is why the contract's not done. I mean, it makes perfect sense at this point. I mean, this isn't even like a theory at this point. When you're asking for that much money, you're not. I'm sure the Bengals aren't even, like, if I'm being honest here, and we know the Bengals here, the Bengals aren't even thinking about Jay Jettis' money. I guarantee you, they're probably thinking about like 32, 33. And they're probably saying, hey, listen, Justin got 35. We're looking at you at probably a $33 million player. That's probably what the Bengals are thinking. Based on what I'm predicting here, I believe the Bengals probably see him as a $33 million player. And he's coming in, well, not him, but his agent's coming in and saying, I want 40. And then they're like, yeah, so I don't think you understand. Justin Jefferson got paid 35. You're asking for more. Oh, this is the beauty of the business and the ugliness of the business. But again, we have him on contract for 2 years. Okay, I love Chase. I do. I absolutely love Chase. But Chase, my man, this is like 2 years, man. Okay, this is 2 years early. I want to work out a contract with you. I want you to get signed. I want you to be on this team for the next 6 years. Add 4 years plus the 2 years, okay? Salary cap's only going up. That's perfect. But, my man, like, we gotta work this out as in, logical numbers, okay? We gotta talk about logic. I never go at someone for how much money they want to make in their career. That's their money. That's their, life. But we got a team here, man. You see the team? The logo on your chest? Yeah, we need to keep that one together. Oh, that's a lot of money, man. That is a lot of money. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. This is my live reaction of this because I really just looked into this and yeah. See you guys in the next one. Peace.